I assure you all, I haven't gone anywhere. But in terms of doing this, well, I just kind of wanted to take a little bit of a break. A little bit of a breather. But we will be back tonight for Fastlane, the Fastlane review. I will be doing one of those. So I'll be watching Fastlane here in a little bit. Not really watching the pre-show, so if anybody can tell me who won that match down there, then cool. If I sound a little hoarse, don't mind me. We just got done with some stuff. So I just tweeted out this event.
You sound like a horse. What?
What the hell? What is up, Gat? What's up, Hero? Glad you guys are all in the chat. It seems like everybody's here, so let's get it going.
Except me.
Dark Angels. Well, Dark Angels here. Tornado's here tonight. Right now, we're actually kind of watching one of those shows on ID channel, finding out what's going on. But I think we pretty much grasp what's going on, so I'm kind of tuning out. There you go. That's what happens in every crime show. They commit it, and then by the end of the episode, they get caught.
Yeah.
Every crime episode ever, right? But I wanted to take this time to kind of do some things. But before I get into the discussion of the topic, of course, you guys are going to know what's coming next. So let me get to it. You guys, if you want to help our channel, you can, of course, do a couple of things. You can like our video, subscribe if you're new. You can support the channel through PayPal, Patreon, Streamlabs, however you want. Links for all those are in the description below. And if you would like to get yourself some merch, I just now got hoodies up. I know it's a little bit late, and winter's pretty much just about over. It might still be a little bit cold in some cases. But sometimes people also wear these all year round, so I have finally started getting hoodies ready. So if those aren't on sale now, if those don't get bought now, you can buy them for the winter. But they're up now on the store. I'll be getting some more up as I get to work out. I was finally able to do that, so I feel somewhat accomplished this week, so yay. And, of course, outside of all that, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, FirestarHeart. You follow this one over here on Twitter at DarkFireAngel95. Check out her content and all that good stuff. And for following the live gameplays that I do post up, as last week showed, that I do end up posting up to YouTube eventually. You can check them live on twitch.tv/FirestarHeart. And, of course, everybody else is also in the description below. Now, initially, we are, 24 episodes in? So the review is actually going to be 25. We are a quarter amount of episodes into, our podcast series. And I guess I'll wrap season 1 up around episode 30. I don't know. Something like that. But initially when I started this thing, I wanted it to kind of be not just about wrestling, even though I kind of figured that might be the main focus, because wrestling obviously never takes a day off. Well, as you can see here, I take days off. I'm sorry, it does get too much sometimes, and I do not want there to be a sense of burnout or anything on the podcast per se. So what I initially wanted it all to be about was wrestling, gaming, and music, and maybe more subjects on that. Just a lot of good stuff, and maybe as we keep growing, just keep doing some more down the line and stuff like that. So that's really what I wanted to get into. And speaking of that, well, it looks like we might have our other guy in.
I sincerely apologize for my.
For my mom.
I was sick and needed a cigarette, and so I walked and smoked because I'm not allowed to smoke in my apartment.
Why?
It's on the fucking lease.
Song lyrics. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Mr. Whatever he wants to call himself tonight.
We know me. I have many characters, many voices, many names, and there's a new one coming.
Oh, great.
Well, before we dive in deeper, I guess let's unleash it. What's his name?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can call me the Deceiver.
He's
What?
The Deceiver.
Okay, so we got a new voice in on that.
putting it in.
Vroom, vroom. All right. So, like I was saying, we wanted this to not just be about wrestling. We want to do gaming and music as well. And gaming is actually probably my biggest passion. Probably more or less than wrestling. There it is. Probably more so than wrestling. But Dark Angel says hi. And that's why I wanted to get that in on the coverage. I will be honest with you guys. The podcast breaks in between with the coverage and stuff. It's been loosey goosey because, well, there was a little sense of burnout, and like I said, I did not want there to be a sense of burnout. So I wanted a way to try to make it as consistent as possible, whether they turn out to be daily episodes, weekly episodes, bi-weekly, whatever you want. And I want to be like put some energy and stuff around there. So that's why I decided to do it like that. So with that being said, we might as well, before we get to the gaming news, run up the just some quick highlights. We all know Roman's back; he's well, and Shield's back together now again. So we'll see. We'll see how long this one lasts. If Andrew leaves, or if Dean Ambrose leaves, yeah, Andrew. Are you back? Are you back full time, or are you only back temporarily? Hell, getting him.
Okay. Speaking strictly out of character, I do apologize for my absences. However,
Been absent.
He went out after a wrestling match. He had injured ribs from a wrestling match, so he had to go get that taken care of. There you go. You look strong.
however, I will say it is a pleasure to be back, and I am back full time now.
He's not back.
About time, you sweater.
Damn.
There we go. There
No chill.
I'm only one man. I can't carry the whole damn company.
No chill.
Here he is, back there.
Bro, you can't see him. There he is. Wave at the camera. You're on camera.
No chill.
Oh, no chill. That's
We
why I
were
told
going
Nate.
to have somebody over here today, but that looks like something.
Well, who knows? Big Mike was going to come today. We're not sure if he's going to show or not. So, just in case he doesn't, well, hello, and I guess shout out to Big Mike. Now, let's see. Back to what we were talking about. So we got the Shield reunion. We got Ronda Rousey talking smack about WWE. Damn man, screw the womb. No more Mrs. Nice bitch. Freaking
And then
kayfabe.
coming out on her YouTube show and breaking kayfabe and blowing the world wide open with the biggest and worst kept secret in professional wrestling. Guess what? We watch fake sports.
And guess what? We know. Breaking news, Rhonda. Wait. Let me get the voice in. Mr. Goodman. Breaking news. Okay. Ronda Rousey, sincerely from the Deadly Saints podcast. Okay. We know. Have my fucking rent money by the first. Okay. There you go.
Just when I think this is going to get any
Allow me to have a volley, sir.
Ouch.
Yes, I did just do a Paul Heyman.
That was bad. I'm sorry.
Paulie Truth, say something stupid.
Hold up. Okay, if we're not going to do Heyman.
Paulie Truth is essentially Paul Heyman. But
I mean, baby, we've known that wrestling's fake for years. You're not telling us anything we don't know, baby. You're not blowing the world off with amazing secrets.
Damn. So, instead of going over like the last couple of shows in full, I figured I'd just go over the go-home shows from.
I figure we can hit a couple highlights from the recent NXT shows.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hit that too right after these shows. So, let's see. This past Monday was the 4th, wasn't it? Pretty
I believe
sure.
so.
Yeah. So,
Because tomorrow's the 11th.
So yeah. Okay, so Raw this past Monday was actually when the Shield got together. So a bunch of that went down. Then we opened up with a 6-man tag team match. Finn Balor, Kurt Angle, and Braun Strowman losing to Team Corbin. They actually got wrecked. Jesus. If ever
They're
wasn't
scrubs. They got wrecked.
if ever wasn't a time to feel sorry for Braun Strowman, then if you hadn't before, now's the time.
Didn't nobody get those hands Monday night? I tell you what.
No, Braun Strowman got served, Corbin style.
Braun Strowman got served by the most boring man in professional wrestling history. Oh, bastard.
Pork bastard, bacon Corbin.
Forget Baron Corbin.
Then Heavy Machinery addressing a locker room full of tag teams who, well, I'll say might or might not like him because it seemed like Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder were pretty reluctant now of that little bunch. But, let's go for it, right? Otis opening up going, yeah, that really hurt my feelings. But that just means I'm going to crush them. And, of course, later on that night, Heavy Machinery.
If my boyfriend can freaking talk today, that'd be great.
Yeah. I hate to be that guy.
Otis, I think, might do better than Tucker.
Otis looks like a bridge troll, and that's the only reason he's over.
That might very well be the case. And I wonder what Vince thinks about that.
Well,
Or Vince might actually like that. He might like the whole stakes and weight things.
And I'm going to say this. I should have said it when
Damn.
we were first called up, but I wasn't around. Rumor and innuendo says that based on how they do on the main roster will tell you how funny Vince thinks Otis Dozovic is.
He's now called Otis, and he's got the nickname of the Doze. So I guess we might have our answer already. Natalie Neidhart, Natalia, as we all know her. Yes, I called her by her real name. Easily defeats Ruby Riott, and then gets trolled by Lacey Evans. So we're not going to have Lacey Evans wrestle at all. Cool.
Just have her just walk through the runway, just trying to get it.
As our friends at Cultaholics said, Mrs. Sexy Gloves.
What friends?
Hold on. Who am I?
You're Lacey Evans.
Exactly.
No, don't forget to look at the ring and just go.
It couldn't have been any better than Ronda Rousey last year.
Oh, God, she's pointed at the side.
There was a diabolical point I about had a heart attack, Michael.
I'm surrounded by a bunch of weird.
Every time,
People
every
here.
time. Kills me. Doesn't get old.
Doesn't get old. It's like this one. The farmer in the dale. Farmer in the dale.
Brock Lesnar, Deadly Saints podcast resident favorite farmer. I forgot. I totally remembered something yesterday, and it wasn't until the abridged version of that came on that I saw Brock Lesnar dancing around in a fucking like sombrero.
The fuck? Is he Mexican now?
And I was like, I can't believe I forgot that.
Wasn't that from his like undisputed title run?
Yes,
like
yes.
04?
And
Right before he faced Eddie at No Way Out and lost the sumbitch.
Uh-huh. But meanwhile, Brock Lesnar's just like, hey! Like he was so full of life and charisma back then. What happened to him?
And now he's just a walking lobster.
The farm.
Yes,
farm
a corpse
away all of his charisma.
Corpse Firestar.
Wow.
Stop doing that.
Wait. Well, as said by Steven Larson, I actually watched some of their stuff last night. More or less, Johnny actually had me watch it. But still, getting to check out Steven Larson again, that was pretty awesome. And as they said about Brock Lesnar, when he does talk, he can come across as a scary fucker. YouTube, by the way, completely demonetized us because, well, obviously we got to preach a threshold. So guess what? I no longer give a damn. I'm going to cuss. I'll bleep myself when you start paying me. Anyways, when Brock Lesnar told Heath Slater, I don't give a shit about your kids.
Hon, please.
I mean, obviously, you could feel that, like, coming off of Brock. When Brock is actually forced to speak and when he wants to, he can actually do good.
No.
Two things. Brock doesn't give a shit about your kids, and Brock doesn't give a shit about the fans.
Seriously, guys?
Brock doesn't give a shit.
Brock just doesn't give a shit.
What's this movie going to be based around? A farmer? Farmer in the Delta. So, as I entitled this, as simple and straight to the point as I titled this next little segment coming up, does Batista have Hunter's attention now? Answer, yes. Because Triple H. Hunter Helmsley. Triple H.
Let's be honest with ourselves for a minute.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H. That's not cussing.
Triple H
broke so many walls on this that it left some people not really knowing how to feel.
I'm going to say this.
I
loved the promo. I think it went about 5 minutes too long. Other than that, it was good.
Exactly.
I think it was going about 5 minutes too long. Great stuff. Exactly. Compelling television.
We got the Saturday Night Live correspondents for WrestleMania backstage, and it's the Weekend Update crew. For those of you who apparently don't know and been living under a rock, that was who it was, duh. I know you want the more recognizable face like Mr. Keegan and all them guys, but come on. If you couldn't recognize that those were the two coops that have taken over the updated version of the Weekend Update, they've been doing it for well over a year or two or something like that now. I'm sorry, but to those of you who did not know that, normally we can all agree on certain things, but this I got to get on to y'all about. I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in ages, and even I knew who they were. Next.
Honestly, I just watched clips on YouTube and I still knew who they were. Like I had slept through the beginning of Raw when they were introduced. And the first time I saw them was that segment with Strowman. I was like, hey, it's those Weekend Update motherfuckers.
Exactly. Thank you. Now, as Fez would do, stamp. Next. Tori Wilson to be inducted into the 2019 Hall of Fame. Maybe not a noteworthy ring wrestling career, but from an entertainment aspect, she gets it. Cool. Either way, congratulations.
I have something to say on this before we move on. What in the blue fuck has she done to deserve a spot in the Hall of Fame?
Like I just said, entertainment purposes.
So you're saying she should get in because she's eye candy?
If WWE were being honest, we'd all know that's why. But WWE won't be honest. So we just got to pretend that little face buster she did in the ring was something that rose seats. Either way,
as the phrase goes,
he was
unless you put an ass every 18 inches, you don't belong in the Hall of Fame. She did not put an ass every 18 inches. She was lucky to put an ass every 3 feet.
Well, there is some some stuff there. She was involved in some apparently of some of the highest rated segments in SmackDown's history. So,
gee, I wonder why.
You want to turn this back into a good channel, don't you? We don't need that. Farmer and Adele. So Charlotte responds to Stephanie McMahon lifting Becky Lynch's suspension in the usual Charlotte fashion. Elias performs to generate mega heat, which I still question why Elias is a heel again, but whatever.
I'll tell you why Elias is a heel again. He simply doesn't work as a face. He's not a credible face.
They didn't give him time as a face. They didn't give him time to simmer in as a face. How the hell do you expect him to not get over?
No, think about it. They gave him an easy 3 months. In 3 months, you should be able to establish a face persona and get the crowd behind you.
Well, that's true. But WWE flipped it up.
And he was not able to do that, let's be honest. He did not have a face persona. When he was face, he didn't have a clue what he was doing.
All he had to do, it's simple. And Elias should even know this. You take what you did to the heels, you take what you did to the faces, turn it on to the heels.
They tried that. It just didn't work.
Oh, great. A new Hellboy
Which is
movie?
why eventually he's going to end up with that guitar stripped away from him. You can already tell it seems like they might be working towards that with the way he gets interrupted. Eventually, that's going to happen.
They're just going to repackage him.
He'll be repackaged as that former guy, that guy who used to strum the guitar all the time, but now he's going to just finally come out and wrestle. Might have some generic backstage promos, whatnot. I don't know. Either way, Dean Ambrose lost to Elias. Then, of course,
Reigns and Rollins come out. They try to talk him into joining the Shield. He walks away, starts heading up through the crowd, up the stairs, the old Shield entrance.
And Bacon Corbin.
Out comes Bacon Corbin, Drew McIntyre. I'm sorry I did that wrong, Drew McIntyre. And Bobby Lashley.
I'm sorry. I had to delay corpse at that Bacon Corbin point. Once I sunk that in, I was like, I did that too damn good.
AJ?
Yes.
AJ? Stop.
Wasn't me that time, I swear.
Stop.
It was him. He did it to himself.
Oh,
Stop doing things to yourself. I wish I could put live audience.
oh Lord. Anyway, so Baron and them come out. This sends Ambrose you know, runs back down like a crazy lunatic does. Comes in, cleans
You know
house.
what he just did? He looked like a freaking child
Is that-
throwing a freaking tantrum.
That's what
No, see-
Ambrose looks like when he goes
See,
crazy.
what he looked like was he was trying to.
Yeah, he was calling all the warriors. He was channeling his inner warrior. So Ambrose cleans house. And then he's like, rah, rah, you know.
Corbin has issues.
They do
Oh,
this
intense,
thing.
bro.
Do this
And then
thing where Reigns and Rollins are standing there like this, and Dean's pacing back and forth, and Rollins is, "Come on, Dean, come on, come
And Dean's just
on."
like, that is Dean Ambrose in a nutshell.
By the way, remind me to never do that Ultimate Warrior thing again. My head hurts now.
Yeah, I don't do that ever again.
Note to self, AJ, don't do it again.
Oh man. So Bailey, I think, lost to Tamina. Or Sasha Banks rather lost to Tamina this past week on Raw. If I'm correct.
Yeah, Sasha lost to Tamina, and I thought for sure they were going to put Sasha over.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I guess that 50-50 booking kind of works because now we can kind of tell for certain that yes, Sasha Banks and Bailey will retain the titles.
Well, how many times have we thought that before for them to pull a swerve, bro?
Oh yeah, the swerve, bro. Gonna have women's tag titles on a forklift match, bro.
Nah, bro. Fuck that, bro. The return of the minor 49er match.
Want to continue to be
The
demonetized.
pole matches.
4 poles. 4 boxes. Only one box has the title. Bro.
I heard Vince Russo wants to come back.
The Archbishop. Hang on. See, you brought up Russo, and now I'm going to do it.
Wait, hold on. Before you do, I do want to take this moment to say well wishes to Tommaso Ciampa. News has broken out. He does have to go get surgery on his neck. So
And for those of you who are unaware, we also had a passing in the former WWE family today. The former manager of Kaientai, Wally Yamaguchi, a.k.a. Choppy your PP Yamaguchi-san, passed away. You're trying to remember where that quote comes from, aren't you?
No, I know where it came from. I just had to adjust that and take it all in again. Because that really looked like a mouthful.
It was.
Yeah, choppy, your PP pass away. And I'm sorry, folks, but for having a quote like that, I'm sorry. He would want you to crack a joke about that. So don't come at me, bro.
Anyway, we brought up Russo.
For the good times.
We brought up Russo. Let me tell you something right now. The Archbishop of Talentberry, man, he's looking for a job anywhere, man. He'll do anything he can to get work somewhere to ruin this fucking business, motherfucker.
All right, and now that we got that cornet out of the way, let's take another moment of silence for Luke Perry and King Kong Bundy. They tragically passed away within the same day, no less. And just like a couple of hours before news had broken out about King Kong Bundy, he had actually tweeted out something. He was going to be at an event or something like that. And then for him to just die like that just seemed so sudden. And at first I didn't really believe it. But I guess once it was confirmed, it was like, damn. So to lose him back to back like that, man, it just sucks. And while I set up the network, by the way, who won our pre-show match?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead right now while Corbin takes us through some stuff real quick. I'm going to go ahead and get the network set up on our end so we can actually start watching Fastlane to get the results for you guys for tonight's review.
Well, so to run over the few things I wanted to hit from NXT. Unfortunately, due to Tommaso Ciampa's neck injury, this next one is kind of short. This first one I'm going to bring up is kind of short-lived. But for a few brief weeks, DIY is back together.
We gotta come. Do you remember? Why are you using his account? Why?
What happened?
Due to Ciampa's injury, DIY will be split up for the foreseeable future.
Mm-hmm.
But a couple weeks ago, we may have had the best match. We may have had a match of the year candidate on an NXT show between Keith Lee and Dominic Dijakovic.
Oh, yes. That match was awesome.
You finally got around to watching it, didn't you?
I already know. I've been a fan of Limitless Keith Lee since the first time I saw him. And those two put on that absolute clinic.
Oh. For he is limitless.
Exactly. Now, Keith Lee actually won that match, didn't he?
Nope. Ended in a draw. They're having a rematch
Yeah, that's right.
this week.
It ended in a draw.
They're having a rematch this week on NXT.
Dang. They could really stretch that to a takeover episode.
They could. They could stretch the feud out to a takeover, and I think that's what they're doing.
I feel like they could.
Ooh, ow.
I really feel like they could, dude. So
I agree.
Going on right now, so we'll be watching that. I'll get the pre-show results for that match that happened there to you guys when I can. But we're gonna finish up our wrestling news so I can get into some of the good stuff that I'm really excited to talk about. I'm getting so antsy that I just kind of want to rush through the rest of the week. But
Well, that covers the wrestling stuff, dude.
that covers Raw, except for Becky Lynch and the whole Ronda Rousey thing. But I mean, we kind of sort of already talked about Ronda Rousey going off the deep end on Monday night. She that was a feisty beatdown on Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
And not to mention, Dawson and Wilder actually beat Black and Ricochet via DQ.
Yeah.
But to know that was the main event match on Raw, it might be something really good in the future for Ricochet and Aleister Black if they can remain healthy.
Might be something good for the revival, finally.
Maybe that too. I'm curious as to whether or not they're going to excuse me while I cut a lamp on. I'm curious as to whether or not they're going to put the titles on Aleister Black and Ricochet or not. I kind of feel like they're just kind of like the team NXT right now.
Well,
But
that's exactly what they are.
But if you're going to establish them as a tag team, you could even kind of give them a name, maybe. But WWE isn't good with names nowadays anyway, so. As Ronda Rousey said, the reason why she rushed through her promo is actually because she has some like speech issues that actually causes her to slip up sometimes when she speaks. So now we know why the slip ups occur. I believe she said something about that in her episode as well. If not, it's news. The news broke out anyway about that. So either way, if you're ever wondering why Ronda is kind of going at a fast pace on the mic, it's really because she's trying to get her lines out as she's remembering them, and she can just manage a motor mouth. Her husband might enjoy that.
And here's the money.
Hashtag demonetize this. The farmer in the Dell. That's where Brock Lesnar is tonight. Yeah, I'm reckon I'm on the farm tonight, getting them pork bellies ready and whatnot.
Reckon I gotta get the eggs out the coop in the morning. Mm-hmm.
Better go to bed early. You know what they say: early to fall, early to rise.
Makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Though I'm already pretty fucking wealthy, if you know what I mean.
It's him like having like one of those sugar canes coming out of his mouth. The farmer in the Dell.
On
the SmackDown Live. WWE Champion Daniel Bryan, Eric Rowan kicked off SmackDown. He was like, basically, last week I was silent through everything that happened. This week it's my turn to speak. And all I could think about was Daniel Bryan with a joint in his mouth. Especially when you look at that title, I was like, I wonder if Daniel Bryan has paid a visit to RVD and just let him touch it yet. Or maybe just let him touch it.
Maybe I wouldn't let Van Dam near that sumbitch.
Is that I want to smoke it. I mean win it.
I'm gonna come back to the WWE, man.
And I'm gonna smoke. I mean,
I'm gonna win the world title one more time.
And then I'm gonna smoke. I mean, raise it up high.
I'm gonna get high. I mean, hold the belt high over my head.
Wait. Here you go. RVD catches himself on that. I'm gonna smoke. I mean, raise the title up high. I said high.
Right.
And
Daniel Bryan, you will consider yourself smoked. I mean, beaten.
Well, folks, there's Triple X in the making.
Like, I know Rob Van Dam can be a good talker on the mic, but if he just totally gave into a stoner character and cracked stoner references in his promos all the time, I would love it.
Well, I mean, if you look
I'm coming back to smoke, I mean, win your title. Triple X is doing that for Chronic Mania. He's coming back to smoke, I mean, win someone's title. And it's going to be Crossfires. Triple X versus Crossfire battle for the hemp title.
Championship, man.
That is one of the booking decisions. What is up? Free intros. Cool. Hope you're enjoying your time. Hope the whole chat's enjoying their time as you came in. We're starting off with the tag team match here at Fastlane. So
SmackDown tag titles specifically.
Yeah, the SmackDown tag team titles specifically.
We're having tuna yet again.
Cool.
I've got an interesting bet riding on this match for you, Phil. You want to make a wager?
No.
What?
No wagers.
Does Shane turn heel on Miz tonight?
No, please.
I'm gonna say this: loser has to be the one to crack the Triple X promo and see our
anymore.
Okay.
It wasn't a money bet.
I don't want any wagers at all.
No wager. That isn't a wager. A wager's money. This is just simply loser does something. By the way, one over here, Mr. Corbin Hyde himself has taken a look at the two hoodies that are currently up right now and has given a rave positive review on them. So if you want to pick you up a 5-star heart hoodie,
Give me one Tuesday.
pick you up one.
You got one hoodie up there. Get that blue one.
Sometimes people wear hoodies all year round. We have two hoodies up right now for sale. It is
when I get paid, I'm buying a hoodie. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
There you go.
I'm first buyer, dang it.
We have a blue and a purple logo. So we got the 5-star heart colors and we got the Deadly Saint colors.
The purple one isn't on there.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Check the store. It is updated in the stores. Just click the Teespring link in the description box below. It'll take you right to the store link where all 6 current pieces of merch is up there. Grabs. And because I don't know if anybody's quite gotten it yet, but I think people should really get it, especially seeing as how awesome it is. Definitely pick yourself up a Ryu Hadoken Club t-shirt.
I agree.
This shirt was brought on to me by a good friend of mine who's been trying to collab with us for a while, and it just seems to never align properly. One day I'm going to get him on the show. I'm going to try. Chris Games a lot. He is the man who actually suggested the Hadoken Club t-shirt. And so, if you're a huge fan of Ryu or Street Fighter in general, then you know the natural being is to fire a Hadoken and get that t-shirt. It actually is one of the more awesome looking t-shirts.
I can agree with that.
For once, I'm not putting myself over there, even though this design kicks ass. Also, I have some new logos I've been tampering with, trying to look and see where I can put them. I have some wicked awesome looking fire Omegas because, well, I don't think I'm going to go much past being an Omega Saint. So I think I'm going to actually stay there for a while. So I decided to create some like flaming Omega symbols to help kind of make some updated stuff like that, maybe, or just have, simple logos coming up. But enough about that kind of talk. Our opening segment on SmackDown actually finished off with Kevin Owens actually interrupting. He's now Everyday Man Owens. He's Mr. Good Guy Owens. And I think he really is one of the good ones, even though he's good at generating heat. I feel like Kevin Owens is genuinely one of the good guys in wrestling. Well,
I mean, as the phrase goes, the people who are the biggest assholes on TV are the nicest guys in real life.
Exactly. But that ended up with Rowan laying out Kevin Owens with a claw slam. And one thing I've noticed about Rowan since he's been back, and I love it, his entrance attire is a flannel shirt. And his wrestling gear is a freaking heavy metal t-shirt with the sleeves cut off to mimic like a tank top. And like pants and boots. That is freaking cool.
So this is going to sound stupid. Do you know who Eric Rowan makes me think of? Specific scene from a movie Eric Rowan makes me think of.
Lay it on me.
Deliverance.
Can we not?
The farmer in the dell.
Stop it.
You like doing it to the sound of Brock Lesnar, Steve.
I do.
Farmer in the dell, boy.
Get me
Cool. So, the first match of SmackDown this past week was actually The Miz beating Jimmy Uso. So maybe it's a foreshadow of what's going on tonight. Who knows? We're gonna find out. Here within a couple of minutes. Who knows? You guys might get a free match result from us.
No, we're not.
Then of course R-Truth had retained his title the previous week over Rey Mysterio and Andrade. And I love when R-Truth was like, "Damn you, John Cena." That cracked me up.
Let's not forget that we had another appearance from Captain Sexy Loves.
That too. Yes. R-Truth is hilarious, man. He's so hilarious. He seems like he's out of his mind, and that's the funny thing. Wait, come on, your sexy gloves. Nah, see, she ain't want none.
See, what's funny is if you go look at their ages, it's physically impossible for for John Cena to have been R-Truth's childhood hero, as
Exactly.
R-Truth is about 6 years older than John Cena.
Exactly. R-Truth is 6 years older than John Cena. How does that work?
That makes this even more hilarious.
Something that makes this even more hilarious.
Pokemon. Oh, good God.
But alas, I'll go ahead and give that result, the result of that match. Samoa Joe surprised us all and became the new United States champion in that fatal 4-way match.
I popped. I ain't even gonna lie. I marked out.
Replace it with Roadblock. Hey, CRW's resident Fastlane event's called Road Rage, so make with that what you will. Oh, Lord.
Why?
What are you saying? I'm looking at the chat right now.
Who was that? Who's it?
Harris Hero comments, bound for Road Rage. CRW Road Rage. Wait. Really? Is that your tagline for advertising the show? Really?
Pretty interesting.
Harris, go sit in the corner. I'm kidding. That was okay. It was okay. What on earth? Okay, so Johnny says Gat is Road Rage. Okay, whatever. Okay, enough of advertising CRW products that only people in the group are going to read or hear about. What is up, RC99 Productions? Oh my God, Navino is freaking in the chat. El Navino is in the chat. Holy crap.
Who cares?
Miz doing springboards is the funniest thing ever. Like Lucha Kevin Nash. Yes, Lucha Kevin Nash. Please tell me you remember that.
Look at the stage I'm on.
Nice.
I'm trying to. Oh no! Now I get it. I thought we were saying the Miz looks like Kevin Nash.
No.
Where the fuck do you get that one from?
The Miz doing springboards is the funniest thing ever. Like Lucha.
I'll agree with that.
Nash.
I'll agree with that.
Lucha Kevin Nash. Lucha Kevin
Lucha
Nash.
Kevin Nash.
Runs up high, then he tears his freaking quad.
Here, hold on.
Okay, that ref clearly counted 3. He counted 2
Yep.
twice.
Yep, he counted 2 twice.
1, 2,
2,
1, 2, 2.
2, 2.5.
It's a new Legacy Inc. thing. So yeah, shout out to New Legacy. Yeah, Kevin Nash outlasting all them cruiserweights. You thought you saw it all. No, you ain't seen it till you seen a 7-foot dude.
What the fuck is Miz doing?
Being Miz.
Double super kick. And there's Shane. Who knows what Miz is doing? The New Day are going to be at Fastlane tonight, so that's going to be cool. But this past Tuesday, they were at a PR tour or something like that.
Of India.
Yeah. Aleister Black and Ricochet defeated the Bar once again. Then Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev attacked after.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kick out.
Jesus Christ, ref! What on earth? Where these refs get dumber and dumber?
Ref was out of position. That was a 5 count.
That was a Bundy count. But that brought Matt and Jeff the Hardys out for a save. So I wonder if we're going to get a 8-man tag team match.
Let's hope not.
Mandy Rose defeated Naomi in a squash match. That surprised me a little bit.
Then Asuka beat the piss out of her.
Well,
That
yeah,
was
then
funny.
Asuka then laid him out afterwards. That
Was funny.
Asuka, I believe Asuka's definitely retaining tonight. Ain't no way they're putting that title on Mandy Rose.
Okay, I have a theory. Do you want to know it?
No theories, please.
What's the theory?
They're going to put the title on Mandy tonight and do the rematch at Mania, and Asuka's going to get her Mania moment.
No.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I hope it
I
doesn't.
can understand, that.
I don't really feel like Mandy's. Don't get me wrong.
Mandy sucks.
But I just don't feel like she's good enough to hold the title.
No, I agree with you. She's not ready. But if, again, rumor and innuendo are to be believed, Vince McMahon is very high on Mandy Rose for some reason.
Well, I guess if there was a time to do it, as long as Asuka were to win the belt back at Mania, then that would be okay. Because yes, it's a short term thing, but that doesn't make a transitional champion. First of all, well, it might. I guess that does kind of make a transitional champion, but that just takes the belt right back to Asuka and gives her like a second reign with the title. What the hell?
What in the bluest of blue fucks is going on here?
Oh Lord! Live reaction time.
Jesus Christ!
Did Shane just catch the?
Shane kicked him in the nads.
Okay, that was awesome.
Flying kick to the clam hammer.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Go Shane, you lunatic McMahon.
He kicked him in the clam hammer.
Ow! I love. You see how fucking Uso rolled around, dude? Oh my god, that was awesome. AJ Styles is interviewed about the WWE Championship ship situation. He put Kofi over really good. Randy Orton pops up and was like, seriously? No wonder it took you 15 years to get here. I was like, insert Michael Kelso picture here. Burn!
Burn!
Randy Orton, fresh out of fucks again. Dude, what the hell? Miz White! Why did the Miz just try frog splash, and why does his father look so pissed? Did you see the look on his father's face? Okay. So the Usos' punishment is they get the reign as tag team champion, and Miz's father actually does look disappointed. Like the Miz was telling the truth about that? That's kind of sad.
Why did Miz go for a frog splash?
A low-down frog splash, no less. That was a D'Lo Brown frog splash, buddy.
Okay, here comes the moment of truth. Is it heel turn time?
I don't know. Yeah, look at this. Miz going for a low-down frog splash, freshly taught from D'Lo Brown.
I feel like D'Lo needs to tweet about that tonight.
D'Lo, please tell me you were watching that. Yes. Let me get my Pierce Washington voice on. D'Lo, please tell me you was watching that tonight. There you go. Damn, I done gave Pierce a Booker T voice. What the hell? Nothing. Absolute zilch. Really? Wow. Wait. What? They're dragging it out. Is something gonna happen?
Something's got to happen.
I don't know. Wait. Is Miz turning heel again? Is Shane turning heel? Nobody turning heel? I don't know. What did Shane do? Did Shane shake himself up again?
I don't know.
Oh hell!
They're right in front of his dad.
Wait! No! I don't know. Wait! Standing ovation? Okay. Mrs. hugging his dad. Now. Wait for it.
Okay, Shane, come on.
Okay,
Don't
cool.
do it. No, please no.
Wait for it.
There it is.
Yep!
Called it.
Shane McMahon! And look at Mrs. Father's like, wait, how could you?
Mrs. Dad is a mark.
I know. I'm actually surprised they're going with Miz being the face.
Well, it's about time. He's been heel for like 95% of his career.
Well, that is true. And he's actually, I think, got the chops to be a face this time around. Shane wiping his sweaty McMahon face off with the shirt. Miz, I don't even think knows what happened. Shane, you're too old to be doing this, in all honesty, but... Okay.
Oh, please tell me he's going to smack Mrs. Dad in the face.
Oh, man, is he? He's going to...
He's putting his hands on him at a minimum.
Oh wait! I thought he was going to pull a Randy Orton. Mrs. Dad is pissed. I'm just waiting for Mrs. Dad to kind of like... just
jump the barricade and
start beating up on Shane.
And be a mark.
Hey, those forced McMahon punches.
Oh, God.
What the hell?
Reverse triangle.
Really, Shane? Okay.
And he's trying to jump and security's getting in his way.
Why do I find this moderately hilarious?
Because it is.
It's not.
I'm glad.
Look at the look on Mrs. face.
Why does Miz feel so dejected? He's a McMahon. You should know better.
There you go.
What does that mean? Vince and Shane are now the heels, and Triple H and Steph are the faces? Wait, Stephanie McMahon is a face? Have we walked into some sort of alternative twisted dimension where everyone's favorite McMahon's now the bad guy? Because wasn't Shane the favorite? Besides, and I'm not counting Proud Papa H because his last name isn't McMahon, but still. Doesn't that make Shane like the favorite McMahon, between him, Steph, and Vince?
Yeah. And,
so now everyone's favorite is now the bad guy. And Stephanie is kind of sort of the good guy because she's with Triple H. And Triple H is Mr. Proud Papa H right now. And Vince is the guy that keeps trying to take everything away. So that makes him, by circumstance, a quasi bad guy. Okay, wrestling in 2019 is confusing, folks. We have stepped into an alternative dimension. Where Shane
is a face.
Miz is a certified, bona fide babyface, and it kept looking like Miz was going to be the one to attack. That's how they played it off. It looked like Miz was going to just be so frustrated that he jumped. But Shane McMahon blowing his gasket?
Well, it's not unheard of. Let's be real.
My Lord, I need... And this isn't like a funny, ha-ha, corporate Shane heel turn, though. This is, like, serious. Damn. Now I'm kind of sad. Let's bring the mood of this podcast back up by finishing up the results, right?
And with dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Kevin Owens won by disqualification against Rowan. Mustafa Ali came out to make the save. Cool. The friendly discussion turned out to be a trap, but then Becky Lynch actually fought back and trapped Charlotte into disarmor. Spoiler alert, Becky Lynch is winning tonight. Security actually did their jobs, and then Mrs. Dad gets to jump up. Yeah, look at Miz. He looks dejected and hurt.
Why do you feel this way? He is a McMahon.
Exactly. Why do you feel this way? He's a McMahon. And when you look at this, the powers of authority on SmackDown just last year were both Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan.
They were the
Then
two
Daniel
most
Bryan
over
returned to the
people
ring.
on the show.
Then Daniel Bryan returned to the ring, and then slowly throughout the year descended to madness. Now he's a bad guy who presumably smokes pot.
Maybe.
And then Shane McMahon is a bad guy. And RVD's going to return and smoke. Win the championship. Farmer and Adele.
Yes.
Yes, that was the same way I was going for. So, with the wrestling stuff taken care of for this week until we go live later with our review for Fastlane, we get to the next part of our podcast episode, the gaming.
Since we're going to talk gaming, can I plug a favorite wrestling-related gaming channel that I enjoy watching on Facebook real quick?
No.
Is it one coin only?
Yes, it is.
I kind of figured that one already. I actually watch one coin only, and I think she watches one. I think she's seen one coin only before. So, either way, one coin only is actually a pretty cool channel. Oh, look at this! The Corbin Bacon crew cutting a Shield style promo.
Who cares?
I've been eating a bunch of bacon and ham.
Well, anyway, I'm a hop off here, dude.
All right, dude. Hit up in the chat if you got it.
All right.
All right. So, with all that exciting news out of the way, Corbin's going down into the chat. So, the gaming news I wanted to bring out. Devil May Cry 5 is the first bit I want to get to you guys. If you guys actually saw my early access last week, where I played through the demo, and you guys know I'm actually looking forward to getting my hands on that. Hopefully soon for you guys. It did drop this past Thursday or Friday. Some people were able to get it early. And it's been being streamed by the folks like Max. But I want you guys to be able to catch me on that flip side playing it for you guys. So hopefully I can get my hands on Devil May Cry 5 within maybe the next month or so. Mortal Kombat 11, they are doing online beta testing. I signed up for it. They might let me play it. I don't know. It depends. I'll have to actually check my email on that note. That drops on April 23rd, I do believe. And Mortal Kombat 11, if you guys haven't been watching the combat cast or character reveals, anything like that, the game is looking awesome. I just recently caught the story mode trailer on MK11, and it actually looks really, really sick. I am looking forward to playing the story mode for all of you on Twitch. And then I will try to export that as fast as I can to YouTube. I have a lot of exports in the chain that I got to get to you guys. I got Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm actually playing through the story mode when I get on there and stream it on Twitch. I got a Final Fantasy episode in the log. I got a couple of YouTube episodes from my uploads that I have not released yet, and I'll have to get those when I can. But there's a lot of things to look forward to in gaming this year that I'm really excited to bring you guys, and hopefully I'm able to do that hopefully you guys want to, tune in, subscribe, and see more. It would be very awesome if we could do that. If we can make it up to 300 subscribers within the next month or so, that would even be cool. Hell, I'll take 250 by WrestleMania. We can get the subscriber count up to 250. That would be cool. Now music. The last thing I wanted to get to. Exactly, music is life. Some stuff going on in music, and not like news or anything, but just some like releases that have come forward. Some of you may or may not know. The Rock Band game actually dropped a Bring Me the Horizon pack on Rock Band 4 this past week. And generally, the whole pack is actually pretty good. I get a thumbs up in that. So, my DLC review for this past week, even though I was not able to get it all, but I will probably be able to get it all in the next couple of weeks. The Bring Me the Horizon pack for Rock Band 4 gets a thumbs up on my review for that DLC. Yes. Another thing, if you guys want me to review the Rock Band DLC for whatever reason, I can do that. If you guys want me to do that, I'll do that. I don't mind incorporating either a segment in an episode or an entire, a short episode into that. That would be cool. It would also add on, I think, to the gameplays that I do of Rock Band that I cast here on YouTube. If you haven't caught that, catch it if you want to. They do awesome. I think there's a general amount of people that have actually checked out the channel that are Rock Band fans. I'm in a big old Rock Band group. So if you want to join, if you're a fan of Rock Band or if you play Rock Band, then Rock Band Legends, Rock Band Rivals Network is the place for you. Now, with the musical releases that I've been checking out this year, I actually checked out Soilwork's new album. That was really good. I liked it, personally. Can't really pronounce any of the tracks worth a damn, except for like a couple of them. But it's a very good album. A couple of days ago, there was an unreleased Chester Bennington track that was released from Mark Morton. And the song is called Cross Off. And it's actually a very, very, very hard, banging track. It rocks. Awesome. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. So you can listen to it, dude, and you just soak it in. You feel Chester's voice, and you realize that, he's gone, but he showed us all he could still rock before he went. And it's still sad today, man. I still miss Chester Bennington. But a cool thing that has happened, I am a huge fan of Motley Crue. I don't think that is much of a surprise unless you're new to the channel and ain't never heard of me before until you subscribe. I am a huge Motley Crue fan. And they released their new single, a new single last week called The Dirt. Which is to coincide, of course, with their movie that is coming out to Netflix on March 22nd called The Dirt. And if you don't have Netflix, get it. March 22nd, tune in. I got the Deadly Saints Nation, the CRW Universe, and all that good stuff. Everybody is tuning in. I'm tuning in. I'm watching it. Got the Netflix date set. I am excited to watch that. I might even do a review of it. So, if you guys want to see me do a review of Motley Crue's The Dirt, I'm down for it. From what I've heard from Nikki Sixx is that they plan on dropping another track this week, I believe on Friday. So, I'm going to be on the lookout for that. I'm also going to be on the lookout for some more cool new, like, hard rock, heavy metal, and stuff like that comes out throughout the course of the year. I believe Queensryche's dropped a new album, or they are dropping a new album. RC99. Navino is out. It's I guess you could say it's a documentary. It's kind of like a biopic. Machine Gun Kelly's playing Nikki Sixx, and there's some like well-known actors in there that's playing the band, and of course Motley's doing the music to the movie. So it's really cool. You can check out the trailer on the Motley Crue official YouTube channel. Check it out. Get your knowledge on what it's gonna, what you can expect. And check out their new song "Dirt." It might not fancy yours. You might have to grow on it as if you're not a hardcore Motley Crue fan. But I mean, if you like it in general, I'd recommend the track. I listened to it to let it grow on me, and I love it. Kind of, sort of. I guess you could say that, but it's going to be a really good movie, and I'm looking forward to it. So, with that being said, actually all the news I believe I have covered. As far as more releases from games that are coming out, I'm just trying to get the way to pick those up. And there's not really any other releases that are catching my eye right now, so just stay tuned because I'll probably be doing a live stream on Twitch within the next 24 hours, maybe, if I'm good. As for the 24-hour thing, the only good day to do that is probably on a Wednesday.
Why not do it Tuesdays and off?
Or
Thursday.
Tuesday?
Yeah, I'm off Wednesday and Thursday.
No. Or Tuesday. Oh, wait, SmackDown. That's why. I try not to intercept my Twitch streams with Raw or SmackDown, and that's why I don't do them on Monday or Tuesday. If not, but I'm trying to pick a day, folks. So I have not forgotten about that. And I'm also trying to actually finish up some things because I got an idea that's going to kind of help the 24 hours go by very, very smoothly. Yes, I'm probably going to pick up some energy drinks, but I also had a feeling, unless you guys want to see like multiple games being played throughout, I could probably do my career for 2K19 in one setting and do showcase mode and showcase that off, and that would be a good chunk of it, and it would knock out a good amount of hours. But if you guys want variety, I can also bring that to you guys. So just let me know exactly how you guys would like to see the 24-hour thing work out. That's another survey I need to take. So be sure to leave your comments about that in below once this video hits post-production. And with that being said, I'm going to go on and get off of here. I'm going to schedule the review for after Fastlane tonight. So if you guys tuned in here, be sure to tune back in if you can, because I will be reviewing Fastlane tonight after the show. I'm going to get back to watching it, and I want to thank you guys who came in. Thank you guys who watch it afterwards. And just keep on rocking, guys. And I will do my best to get all those planned games I have for you guys. I will do my best to get my hands on those very soon.
Make sure one was Final Fantasy.
Yes, I will even try to stream some more Final Fantasy. So stay tuned, folks. And yeah, I love you guys. And I don't say that just because you're watching. I say that because I literally mean it. Dark Angel says she loves you guys too. So I'm out of here until next time, which is in a couple of hours actually, because Fastlane. See you guys later. Bang.